Welcome back to Cria, everyone. I did write down our last time as well, so we're gonna start with a synopsis, and then I figured we'll go around the table and we'll all say who we're all playing. Or maybe we should start with that instead, and then I'll go through the synopsis. So hi, Reezytm today, and I will be your
Hey.
DM, as it were. And then we also have the DataGoblin, or KT.
I'm playing Alira, the princess everybody loves to hate or hates to love. I don't know, something like that. Either or.
We have Myklmantis, aka Mykl.
And I am playing a character called Ham. And I just want to say, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment about your favorite bit down in the comment section below.
Get that engagement.
You're a real one.
Well
Hit that
done.
subscribe button.
Well done.
Heck yeah. Next, we have JR Plays Games, or JR for short.
Guten Abend. I'm coming to you live from my hotel room in the Netherlands, and today I will be playing Matthias, who is just the unluckiest son of a gun. He tries. He is he's the son of a fisherman, and I'm not entirely sure why he's with these guys, but it's
Just
kind of
got
making it
thrown
work.
in with him.
Yeah.
We needed a support man.
Exactly. And then next we have Kamino, Megite.
No, don't even try.
I've never
Nobody
learned how to
gets it
say
right.
the end of it.
So it's Migite?
Migite,
But-
thank you.
Because the idea is that it's a transliteration of my real name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I am playing Anarchus, the worst, best spy in the world.
True.
We brought Johnny English with us.
Or Mr. Bean, depending on which you prefer.
It's the same guy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's just gender bent Mr. Bean, basically. That's all it is.
Really.
So the last time we first met our heroes, starting with Ham, unceremoniously crashing an arm wrestling competition, then promptly failing 2 strength checks after confidently challenging them to test his mettle. Throwing him outside amongst the cattle, Ham woke up the next day to his friend Paul the bartender, who hooked him up with $50, his main weapons, and a ticket for revenge. We were then introduced to Matthias, an average man who clearly stood in the shadow of his brother, looked down on by his disapproving father and doting mother. After an extremely sad day of fishing, Matthias returned home to a sick, angry dad. When tempers cooled, you were then asked kindly by your mother to take your father's place in the Moloch's competition, to which you agreed, packing up a brand new knitted sweater from your mom. You and your familiar black cat caught the next boat to Moloch's. Running through the streets of Sananir, we met Anarchus. Following prominent figure Alfred von Ferd, you decided to immediately run up beside him and borderline tapped him on the shoulder as if to say, "Hey, I am 100% following you." Passing a clutch stealth roll to fade back into the crowd to correct your failure, later described by your teammates as the Mr. Bean spy attempt. It did not take long for the city watch to catch on to you, throwing a bag over your head and to take you into the sewers. After making several back-and-forth threats with the mayor of Sananir, you got your one-way ticket to the Moloch's competition. Lastly, we flittered on over to Miss Alira, who woke up in a book-filled bed to a breakfast-filled tray. Her parents downstairs weren't considering allowing her entrance into the Moloch's contest until her mom had the brilliant idea to put it to the test of magic in the front yard. Alira, you blundered on the tightrope walk across the front lawn before expertly locating a needle in a haystack, lobbing a bolt of ice the size of your dad's head through a target more precisely than himself. Securing yourself the ticket to Moloch's, you board a carriage called upon by your good friend. And then your servant Thrin gave you a confusing gesture in an old heirloom of a necklace before slapping the cart and sending you hurtling towards your destiny.
So, out of 4 of us, only one of us is actually competent.
Pretty much, maybe. Anyways.
Which one's that?
Yeah. It sounds like Alira.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it just sounds. I mean, the only one I hear that sounds competent is the DM. So.
Michael. The second half of our session began with Anakis fighting her entourage of guards from Sananir, while Ham got chummy with the contest pass greeter. Anakis found herself in the possession of a newly collapsible spear. Down the walkway, docking in the city, came Matthias, who, after 3 steps into his journey, had to get fished out by the dock hand and promptly laughed at by the village bully. Everyone chose to do a bit of shopping, even Alira, exiting her carriage, excited by leaving behind her bubble, only to almost lose her contest pass, except for a nice orc boy who gave it back.
Matthias didn't really choose to go shopping. He was kind of swept away.
This is true.
Well, you're here now.
He got swept away by the crowd for sure. This mysterious and very sweet boy happened to be the target for the bullies of the town. Finding out you were not only short on a teammate, but required an orc contestant to join your party in the tourney, everyone, meaning Alira standing up for the little guy with everyone in tow, teamed up and took out the bully orc and his goons, creating a bond lasting hopefully through the Kruzgonk's tourney. Let's continue. That's where we are.
That is wildly optimistic, Reezy.
I know, especially considering Miss Princess tried to kill me on accident. Sure, but
also, Illyria decided to try and have a pissing contest with Matthias. Matthias was just trying to not die.
This is true.
Really upstage.
If we bond together, it might just be against Alira at this point.
Oh no.
We're like, listen here, princess.
You did it to yourself.
I got us my assistant, everybody relax.
A couple of things that we should probably clear up. So since the last session, which I don't think we recorded it, there was a Dylan of Dagger on one of the guys that you looted from the bully tribe that you took. The Dylan of Dagger does... One second, let me pull up the description. I believe I sent it to you.
I can say it because I think it's in my possession. Yeah, so it's a magic dagger, so standard 1d4 damage, but it's got a once per short rest ability where it can recover 1d4 hit points for its wielder.
Yes, and then that doubles for every 2 levels, I believe.
Yes.
So you'll get 2.
I did not make that note.
Yeah. So because everyone's level 3 now, it should actually heal 2d4 technically.
I will modify that.
Perfect.
In the notes.
Ham went to go bet on everyone. So how much money did you score? So there was 125, I think, collectively on the orcs that you guys managed to get. So I just wanted to know, how much money are you guys giving him? How much is he getting away with?
I have 100 gold, except for what I spent. Okay, I have 100 gold, and then I spent money shopping, so that put me at 80 gold. I gave Ham 25 gold to gamble with, so that puts me at 55 gold.
So,
Matthias's mum told him never to give gold to strange men, so
yeah,
she's a smart lady.
I'm keeping my cut because I just spent like 30 gold the other day.
Wait, did we split the gold?
30 gold the last session?
No, I took the gold and I put it straight on the bed.
Wait, you took all the gold?
Yeah.
That's what I'm clearing up right now. I'm like, so you guys, I think we did like a sleight of hand to people's perception when you did nab it, and like you did fail it. So you guys all do know he took the gold basically, and he's running into the thing. So I just want to know, are you guys tackling him, taking it back?
You do have time to stop me putting the bet on.
Yeah.
Essentially,
No, I'm absolutely tackling you.
Good luck.
I was trying to
stopping him to be like, take more, wait, you have 25.
Lyra's like, yeah, I want it on this action.
I was like, wait, this is a good investment, hold on.
So you have 25, the 125 off the orc, so that puts you at 150. JR, Matthias doesn't have any issue with him taking his cut, or is he like, wait a second, and then...
Well, Matthias is using the chaos to secrete the dagger away.
Okay, perfect.
I don't think that Matthias is that materialistic, to be honest, considering like where he comes from.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in that bit at the end of last session, Matthias had said you can have my cut of the rest of the loot, but I
Yes,
want the dagger.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, because Ham caught him, and I think Ham was more interested in the gold.
No, Ham didn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so right now, Ham, you're at 150 with Lyra's also additional 25. Anakis and Ham do contested strength rolls to see if he can tackle you down and take his cut back.
That's a strength roll, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
So you
Positively.
might be proficient in athletics.
So yeah, I've got a +5 in athletics. So that would be 19, I
Wait.
guess.
It's gonna be just strength, I think.
Just
Oh,
strength.
okay, my bad.
Or
Okay.
athletics for you. No, it should just be contested strength because he's trying to grapple
Is
you.
this yeah, I was going to say, if this is a tackle, this should be a melee attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a grapple.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
So add your hit dice instead. Is that it? Instead of strength?
I think it's just proficiency bonus to a d20 for a hit for an attack roll.
Athletics
I'm
or
not-
dexterity acrobatics. So the guy grappling you makes a strength, and then so your acrobatics, Ham, and then Anakis,
Yeah,
you
there
are
we go.
strength athletics. Perfect.
We
Ooh.
got there eventually.
Yeah.
Acrobatics, which is a dex, which as of my level 3, I now get advantage on dex saves.
Ooh, okay, so you can roll twice. Let's go.
I got a 15 because I got a +5 in athletics, so we'll see.
I got a 15 on the dice, and acrobatics is +2, 17.
17. So he just beats, so as you go to like grapple him and you basically just he's a little guy. He's a little guy. So you basically underestimate how much you gotta
He's got a
dive.
Low center of gravity.
Exactly. And then he rolls out of the way, basically. He does one of those cool somersaults out of your grasp and gets to the ticket line with the 150. And you are good to put your bet on the team. So you have 2 bets you can make, by the way, Mykl. The first bet is for a single round of the contest. So you can bet for the next round, basically. The contest is made up of 3 rounds, just so you know, or you can bet on the entire competition, which will give you, basically a better payout if you guys happen to win.
Okay, well, I think because of what happened last session, I spent 30 gold to get my great axe that's still in the shop, and I put the other 20 on us to win the entire thing. I want to put this bet.
Oh, you already put 20 on.
I want to put this bet on us, all of it, to win the next round.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna catch up to him. I'm like, and right after this, I'm like, listen, if we win, you're giving me an even cut of that.
Or was I just being super smart here, Anakis? By me placing this bet, it's going to force you to not die on the first turn of this round.
You really, sorry, out of character. You really think that that's going to stop Anakis from dying?
It's incentive.
I will somehow still come back.
I mean, you guys do have a healer now. You might come back.
I'll start my new character sheet.
So, yeah. Alira, you have your assistant Nemo working for you immediately, around the clock and everything. Yeah, so Nemo became the assistant. I think we mentioned that at the end. But which I've dedicated his name as Nemo now, just so you know, in all my DM notes now, he's Nemo.
You realize that I think we all came up with a different name for him. So I think Matthias has latched on to my assistant, thinking that it's actually his name.
Yeah.
It's not, but
Yeah.
that's what he's calling him.
All right, so my assistant became
And Illyria is just calling him my assistant because it's Illyria.
True.
Right.
I can't remember what Ham called him.
But so for me, it was Nemo.
Okay. You got it right.
That's all right.
So-
It'll be whatever you want to name him. He seems cool with he seems very much like a doormat. You can call him whatever you want.
Wait.
For Anakis, was it not Nimrod?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah, it was Nimrod.
At the end of last session, we found out very important information about his lineage, right? Or was that in our after session?
That might have been in our after session.
Okay.
But you can mention it now.
So at the end of our after session, after our after party, we found out that his dad, he's royal. He's the prince, right? The orcs, something like that.
So I think you may have gotten confused with what the competition is. So it's that
Okay.
when you win the competition, you can become the champion. So what he said at the end there was
King.
your king, like king, yeah, their technical king. They called him the champion, but it's all the same royal nonsense monarchy.
Right.
But
Chameleon.
he had said, "Thank you for helping me become the champion," or like might become the champion essentially.
Okay, I confused. what
No,
he said.
that's
I was like,
okay.
well, wait.
And then, so you guys are welcome to also, you walk up to the desk, to the orc woman who's writing your names in for the contest, who said originally, like, you guys can't join unless you have an orc. You guys walk up with Nemo, you register with him. You guys are welcome to name your team.
Can Ham just pick up Nemo in one hand and say, I found an orc.
We have our
Can we
orc.
join now?
Dangling by his ankle.
Yeah. You are more than welcome to just hold your friend above your head like a trophy and say,
I mean,
we have
Sounds
orc.
a bit far. But
I mean,
found an orc. Can we play?
This team really does feel like a ham sandwich.
What would you guys, okay, you guys can discuss what would you like to name your team?
I think OC, I like ham sandwich. I think that was good.
I'm just gonna accept whatever anybody else.
So can I just pose something above table? But I also feel like Illyria would potentially be like Illyria and the assistants.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
That's
exactly
cute.
that's exactly where my mind went above table when you said come up with a team name. Illyria would want it to be all about her because she is still in her season 1 phase.
Yeah. So, okay. Is everybody okay with that then?
Sorry, I again above table. I'm not trying to tell you how.
No, I think that's funny. I just want to make sure everybody's okay with it before I.
100%. Matthias is a doormat. He will go along with it.
So you guys
Matthias
are
is like, whoa.
Alira and the assistants or and her assistants?
I think and her assistants is what
Her
she would come up and she would
You
be like,
guys-
hi, here's my invitation.
I
My
love
name's
it so
Alira,
much.
Night Star. These are my assistants. We'll be participating in the fight. One of them will handle the paperwork, but I'm officially, submitting our group, Alira, me, my group, the assistants.
All right.
They'll be assisting me in the fight.
We have
I'd like to think that Matthias is filling out the paperwork because he's the only one who can read.
Oh yeah.
Alira
Excuse
she's
you.
not bothered. She's like, somebody else does the paperwork. I just show up.
Ham just hands Matthias his paperwork and says, yeah, do that as well.
Yeah, he's just got a stack of scrolls just in his hand and he's
Bitten
collapsed.
slips.
Yeah.
All right, come around the
Anakis
side.
Anakis just kind of walks up behind Matthias and gives like a pat on the back.
Good luck with that. So the secretary pulls you to the side, Matthias, and you guys go through excruciating paperwork together for the next hour.
He's pulled aside to the secretary, and then the scene fades.
Pretty
you
much.
can just imagine the amount of paperwork, but we're just gonna cut all this out because.
And then you're
no
gonna
one wants
sign
to watch
here, and then you're gonna dot here, and then that's the next hour.
I didn't realize that Rose from Monsters Inc. was working at this.
That's
That's
right.
good voice. Good
I was gonna
shout.
say.
Matthias Wazowski, welcome back.
Just to let you guys know, there will be, you guys go back to your quarters for the night, and go to bed, and then in the morning you can choose to go somewhere before the competition. Unless there's anywhere you guys would like to go before you guys go to bed. Before I start
I
describing
have some
next thing.
things.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, Illyra's gonna make sure that she has the nicest room possible.
Yes, which you do
Okay.
have, like the one of the royal suites that they offer
Uh-huh.
here at the Monologues competition. You will be given, basically it's one of the nicest rooms in Molochs. You actually have like a full bed. You have a bathroom ensuite attached, like a full dresser with a vanity and like makeup and stuff. And you have constant servants basically coming in, checking in, seeing if they can clean your room.
Okay.
Like once
They
at night,
can.
once in the afternoon, once in the morning, right? So they're like around the clock. Although I will say not nicer than what you're used to, of course, because
Right.
this is like different country, different standards. So to
Mhm.
you, it's probably still a little grimy, probably still a little gritty for your liking. Like even though there's cleaning staff 3 times a day, there's still like grit in the corners. It's a very sandy town as well, and yeah, so they do their best.
I asked one of them when they're walking in. I'm like, "Is it true? I heard that you guys make mead in the tubs. Is that true? Is that something that happens here in the tub that I'm supposed to lay in?"
Two of the workers that are like there kind of like look at each other like yeah. When there's not contests going on, like
in this tub, in this room.
they look at each other again and they're like, yeah. we gotta use what we have available. Essentially, we like to make our Moloch's moonshine. Especially the royal stuff. People love. You should have seen us when we had.
Oh, I didn't think that this
She's
was
like
gonna
vomiting
make
a
it
little
in.
bit in her mouth.
When we had Justin Timberlake come on by, you should have seen the women going crazy for that moonshine. It was insane. Bathwater moonshine is a prominent staple here at the Moloch's competition. We can't wait to see what kind of money we get off of yours once you're out of here.
Oh no! Oh no!
Lyra's gonna make my assistant clean the bathtub after every time she uses it.
Oh, no,
He's next to you. You can see him like almost like vomit in his mouth. He's like, I will do that. I will do that for you.
They're making like what's who's that?
Belle Delphine.
Yep.
They're making Belle Delphine moonshine.
Moonshine. Yeah.
So
Yes,
just
Ham.
as this is happening, Ham just bursts in the door and's like, "Oh my god, guys, they put me in a king suite. I've got my own tub with mead and everything. This is the best."
Oh
Like-
shoot! They like the workers look at each other. They're like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be in that room. Sorry."
Well, too late. There's nothing left in that tub anymore.
Lyra throws up. Great. In her mouth as if she swallows it.
That's where Ryan Shinolds was staying last time. You can't be in that room. That's very important
I thought it tasted a little
bathwater
bit salty.
moonshine that we gotta scoop up. So we're just gonna move your room, sweetie. Although we'll give you a free bottle of the Ryan and Shinehold moon water. Moonshine.
That sounds fantastic.
You got
I'd
it.
say
Fine.
I'd say I'm too sober to be dealing with this, but no.
And then Lyra's gonna look for her uncle because she knows her uncle's somewhere here.
Oh yes.
He's probably in a royal suite somewhere too. She's gonna make my assistant knock on every door and seek out her uncle's room.
So your assistant comes back. My lady. So I've knocked on every single room. I've spent time. Sorry, I keep going back to the country accent. I've spent time is knocking on every single door, and I realize that your uncle is slated to be in the room down the hall from you, and I think to the left. But he's not gonna come until tomorrow morning. I don't think. They have like a reserve side over the room for one night star. So I'm gonna assume that that's your uncle.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I guess we'll bother him in the morning for breakfast. We'll summon him.
That sounds perfect to me, my lady. I will start drafting up the letter to send to him. That way he knows that he is expected for breakfast.
You're such a great assistant. Thank you so much.
He takes more notes for like whatever you need. Basically, he writes down like in his agenda like what he needs to do for the next day for you as well. So like between like cleaning your bathtub after you're done in it and numerous other things as well. And he's like, he also makes a note that he sees your eyes go towards the grime in the corners and stuff, and he's like, gonna clean corners. Like he's gonna help make it more relaxing for you.
Great service, man.
Yeah.
You
What
can't
can I
get this
say?
where I'm from.
I was born to help.
Excellent. Thank you so much, my assistant. And then I go and I start reading my books. That's what I'll do for the rest of the night.
Perfect. And then Ham, you get relocated to a different room. It's more of like a commoner's room as well, but it's got like a more luxurious hay bed, if you will. It's not like a full bed, but it's like made out of hay and like cloth and stuff, basically comfortable for most orcs. You don't have an ensuite, but you do on your floor share a bathroom with like 40 other people, basically. Matthias, you're on that floor as well, and so are you, Anakis.
I was gonna say,
Hold on.
like, Matthias is 100% not getting his own bathtub because that moonshine would be very fishy.
Oh god.
I
Hold
am
on, out
drinking
of
that.
character.
What's up?
Didn't we have a discussion actually about that? You had said, I think last session, that I had my own room. It wasn't quite as nice as Alira's, but it was.
Yeah, so
we all have our own rooms, but not
Okay.
our own.
no worries. You do get your own room. Like you're all in your own separate, like commoner rooms, basically. But you do have like a shared bathroom. You guys do also get like just less assistance, less cleaning, basically happening. So they come in the morning, they clean your suite, and then there's like a communal breakfast area. Whereas Alira could order breakfast to her room.
Sorry, above the table. Housekeeping tried to come into my room while I was trying to have a nap in between finishing up the cozy stream and coming on here. I was like, leave me alone.
Oh no, you have to put up that do not disturb thing.
I completely forgot about that. Like, because
Yeah.
I didn't know what time they were planning on coming. Like, if I was awake, I would have just let them do their thing. But I'm like, dude, I'm trying to catch some Z's.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yep. So that's kind of your housekeeping in this as well. They're gonna show up whenever. They're gonna show up when you're sleeping, when you don't want them to, when you're doing stuff, you know. They're just gonna burst right in and be like, "We're here to clean," and they're orcs, so they're like, "Whatever you're doing, we don't care. We've seen it all. So like, we're just gonna clean around you."
Clean.
Yeah. So everyone's tucked in for the night. All good.
So
Mhm.
once everyone's starting to sort of settle down for the night, can Ham sneak out and go to the alchemists?
Yes. So you sneak out. There is like no real like curfew or anything in Moloch's, of course. So you are welcome to go there. It is closed when you show up. The shutters are closed. There's a closed sign as well. What would you like to do?
Is there anybody about? Or is like the streets are like completely empty?
Give me a perception check
Okay.
as you case the joint.
Use the good dice, hopefully.
Sorry, I just had this wild
No.
thought of Ham being stealthy.
Yeah, I mean the roll speaks for it. You roll.
He's just walking like, oh, you can't see, but he's just walking like through the corridors like this, so nobody can
stealthy.
recognize him.
So stealthy. The stealthiest boy. For anyone who's listening audio wise, he is just covering his hands over his mouth and his forehead as if that is a mask, a ski mask, if you will, of hands.
Yeah, so on my perception check, I rolled a 4 -1.
Beautiful. So you walk up to the building. You still think it's open for some reason. You start jingling the handle like, oh, why is this locked and stuff? And you look in the windows, they're all dark and dim, and you're like, oh, okay. And then you cue in that, oh, he must be closed.
I mean, as a dwarf, I've got like dark vision, don't I? Or like night
You
vision
do,
or
so you can
something
kind of like
like
see
that.
in the windows that there's no lights on, and like you can see like the potions sitting out like on display and stuff, as well as herbs hanging in the windows and the shutters. But,
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Do I
look
know
like
what time this opens in the morning?
You see a sign out front that says "Open in the morning when I wake up."
Okay, so so Ham understands that is when I wake up, the shop is open.
Pretty much.
Okay, so Ham just heads back to the hotel and plans to get up early.
Sounds good. All right, so you guys.
Sorry, above the table, I again, not to tell you how to live your character. I think that there is a more Ham thing that you can do.
I'm open to it.
Which is to go and wake up the alchemist, because then the shop will be open.
Oh, do I want to do that? I have had a few beers. I have just downed a bathtub full of Ryan Schmennel.
Full of Ryan Scheinel's moonshine. This is true.
Yeah,
you are
know
feeling...
what? Actually, I'm gonna.
Actually, wait. Roll me a flat d20. See how drunk you are. A 20 is really drunk. 1 is not that drunk.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, put the dice screen on.
11.
11. So yeah, you're feeling it. You're feeling quite tipsy. There's a chance you might make some lesser choices.
You just said how drunk he is, and I'm just imagining he rolls a 1 from a tub full of meat. I'm like,
And
oh
he's
my
like,
god.
I feel fine. You know what? Must
fucking
not have.
iron.
That's the thing. If he had rolled a 1, it would have been just like, I guess the moonshine wasn't quite ready. You know, it's not fully set. He drank some of the stuff
Oh,
off
which-
the top, which was just scum.
In which case, it's just Ryan Chennel's juice.
Yeah, it's just his juice.
Just, it was salty. It
I
was
don't know
very
what's
salty.
I don't know what's more disgusting.
Okay, well, I'd like to just like give it like a loud bang.
Like a loud bang.
Yeah.
All right, roll me
loud
an
knock.
attack roll on the door. How loud do you knock on this door?
This is where I really don't want a nat 20. I don't want to just put my fist through the window.
We'll see.
I want a nat 20.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh no! Is this like an attack roll? So it's +5.
Yes, you got
Oh
it.
shit! 19.
19.
So yeah, you go to knock on the door, underestimating exactly how ruddy things are in town. Basically, things are run down in Molochs. Like bricks are falling apart and stuff. You literally put your fist through the door as you're knocking. You go knock, knock, as you send your fist through the door, and
Oh,
then
it must be open.
yeah, and then
So like the camera's on Ham. 1, 2, cut to the third one where it's just his fist
just
going
his
through
fist
the door.
through the thing.
On the
So
other side, just open it.
so yeah, so you reach your hand in to open the door. It opens. A little ding-a-ling bell above you rings. There's no alarm system, you know. And as you walk in, you can see in the back that there is a candle lit up in the back shop space. Basically behind the counter and behind a curtain, there is like a candle flickering.
It has taken all of my energy to not give in to the intrusive thoughts that just says start downing potions.
I mean, you're an 11 on a 1d20 drunk. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel a little bit sort of merry, a little bit happy, a little bit confident. So I'm gonna. Excuse me. Are you awake?
You hear a voice in the back room go, who's in my shop? Who? It's closed. It's closed for sleep time. What are you doing here?
Technically, you're awake now, so the sign on the front says that you're open.
Well, I can't fault you with that logic. And he walks out and takes one look at his door actually, and he's like, are you paying for that?
That depends on if you have the information that I need. If you don't, I was never here.
Information. You come to my shop at Moloch's hour of night and you just want information? What do you want to know? Ask your question.
I can make it worth your while if you like.
I'm listening.
I don't have any money, but I do have...
I'm listening a little less.
I do have faith in my team's abilities to win this tournament. But in order to do so, I need a little bit of help. I've heard stories. Obviously, I'm from a place called Throsh, and high in the mountains up there. We drink the water, and it gives us some very interesting effects to help dwarves. I was wondering, where would be the most potent water sources in Molochs?
You come to my shop at nighttime, break my door down, and
Accidentally.
then ask me where you can find water access when our town sits on a lake. Get out. Get out of my shop.
I'll remember this when I become king.
King, you're lucky I don't make you ground meat. Get out of my shop.
Just wave 3 orc kneecaps in front of her face and then leave.
He is immediately like just so angry. So you head back or you go to the lake, I guess.
I guess I'm heading to the lake.
Oh my god, that's so
I'm
funny.
sorry. I'm both sorry and not sorry for putting this on you, Mykl.
That's so
No,
funny.
this is beautiful.
In my head, the alchemist would know where the most potent water sources are. I didn't expect to break the door.
fair. I broke the door and then asked him about where I can find water in a lake town. Oh, it's beautiful. It's
Water.
absolute wonderful.
I figured the alchemist would know because the alchemist brews potions and they need liquid to do that.
True. But yeah, he does just get his water from the lake.
Okay, I would like to head down to the lake and maybe just fill up a little water sample, just enough for a shot.
Do you have a flask or anything on you?
Oh no, I lost it all, didn't I?
So you'd have to. You
Oh.
can just like drink. You can cup it in your hands.
It's
I'm
like-
not gonna lie, you're lucky that he doesn't make the potions out of the moonshine.
Yeah.
But no, that's very specifically Colosseum business. So they have a
Yeah.
monopoly on that because they get the special guests and stuff. So he wouldn't have access to the bathtubs. That's
I'm
right.
just imagining him drinking the Colosseum moonshine during the competition.
Oh yes, I
Just in
remember when
between fights.
Ryan Shineholds was here.
How long would it take to hollow out one of the kneecaps and use that as a flask?
Roll me. What would that be? 1 second. Medicine? No,
Oh.
not medicine. Maybe nature, because you're crafting something out of something that's kind of natural. People's kneecaps.
Yeah.
Or maybe survival.
Oh, survival. That's actually better. Roll me a survival check then to see.
That's actually better for me as well. Okay, +1. 7.
7. So you're able to craft. So you take 2 of the kneecaps, you put them together basically. You don't have any glue on you per se. So you kind of take muck from the river and try to fill in the cracks as best you can to hold it together. It's leaking. So it'll be gone by the morning basically. But you are welcome to use it as a flask and drink it through the night basically. So as you sip this water, I'm assuming you're just drinking it right away.
Yeah, it's got to go off either way. But I wasn't sure if you had anything prepared, so I was trying to keep it.
So as you drink it, you don't feel great. You feel like your muscles are a little weaker. You feel your strength drain by 1, actually.
Oh, goody.
Yes. That is the effect of the Moloch's lake water.
Yeah. Okay, how do I take a -1 to... Nope, that just rolled a dice.
Is this permanent or temporary?
It's temporary. The effect will be gone by the morning, just so you know. So you don't really have to edit anything.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
The effect
I just-
lasts, I would say, like 12 hours, which would be gone by basically tomorrow.
Okay, fair enough then.
All right. So you're gonna head back home too, I take it, and go to bed.
Yeah, didn't
Uh,
quite plan out the way that I was hoping.
You guys wake up the next day, and now I'll go through my describing the next day that I was
sorry.
doing earlier. No worries.
Completely useless tangent.
It's fun.
It was entertaining.
It's
It was not
entertaining.
useless.
No, not at all. If you were to fly over the lands of Moloch as the sun pokes its head through the mountain peaks, it would look like an open wound, once healed, were opening once more as the gash of light sears the nightly cooled sand. This morning, the building is up before the searing heat. The city is up before the searing heat hits the broken sidewalks and ruddy buildings. The sizzling heat bakes into the earth. The sky is clear with blue and zero clouds in sight. The onyx exterior of the Colosseum seems to soak in all the heat, creating a rather chilled interior. So you guys have some choices before the competition starts, before you guys are called for your start, basically. You guys can go to the market and investigate a broken door on the potion shop, go to the general store or the blacksmith. You can go to the walk-up bar at the Colosseum to get your breakfast and maybe some drinks. And then you also have an option to spend the morning in your room. And what that will do for you, while you won't be able to go to any of the shops or go to the bar or anything, you will get a bonus before going into the Colosseum. So up to you guys what you would like to do.
Just as a flavor thing, are we allowed to like go out and get like? So my plan is to get kitty kibble for
Yes.
For Matthias's cat. Am I allowed to go out and then sort of head back to the room and have that be kind of
Yeah, if you have
collapse.
something small, I'll allow that. If you're just like going out and doing something narratively and you just want to come back to your room, I'll allow that. And Alira,
Yeah.
because you have your assistant, you're allowed to send him out on a special errand where he's going for the day. You can dictate like what he's doing today.
Yeah, we have plans for today. So they're bringing me my breakfast to my room without me having to say anything, right? Like that's part
Oh,
of
yes,
my special
immediately.
room.
So
So-
you wake up to your assistant. He brings you your breakfast in bed, on like the beautiful tray and everything. He also brings you a letter that came in the mail this morning from your mom.
Isn't it? Oh.
Do you read it?
I had my assistant read it to me.
Okay. So he opens it or
A
whatever.
lazy ass princess.
Why would I read
It's
it to
true.
myself?
I
Vern
feel
reads
like
me all of
Alira
my letters.
has also like given this man fully like her seal and everything like from like
Yeah.
Polaro, and he's like dictating like emails and stuff essentially for her.
He's handling
And,
all
like,
my work so that I can read.
Exactly. So it reads, I should say he reads it to you, which is not the voice I was gonna read it in originally, but that's fine. My darling Alira. Your father and I acted perhaps a little poorly when you won him out yesterday. In order to compete in this tournament, we want you to know how proud of you we are undertaking this task and living it up in Molochs. I guess we all need to go a little crazy when we're young, huh? Anywho, I understand you'll be needing supplies. I hope you haven't told anyone to charge to our capital, as it doesn't quite reach Moloch's, dearest. I've sent along 200 gold for expenditures, however, although your father would have never needed anything silly like potions because he's so fantastic. But you'll probably need all the help you can get, I'm sure.
Aw.
Okay, toodaloo, mommy's little winner. Did you want me to write anything back to her?
Hold on, I'm updating my gold. Okay, yes. Okay, my assistant. Prepare. Ready?
I'm ready.
Dearest mother, thank
Dear-
you kindly. Sincerely, your daughter, Alira. Instead of
Say
fold it
sincerely.
over. Yeah.
Sincerely, kindly, your daughter.
And then if I have any like nice perfume or something that throws up with me to like make it scented. And
P.S.
then
Bruh.
yeah.
Perfect. So he gets that like ready for you and stuff. He goes back to his room where like all the letter equipment is and stuff. He stamps it with the seal and everything, and he gets ready to like send it off. And then he comes back to your room. He goes, "All right, I'm all ready to send this off for you. Is there anything else you want me to do for you today?"
I don't know. Okay, so OC, the shopping last time, there was like really nothing that Alira wanted, but I
Oh.
haven't seen the new stuff. Do
Let
you
me
think-
send you guys, the new list.
Is it on Google Docs?
It's not. It was an RTF file. Remember, it was a Reezytm
No,
file.
I remember it was an RTF file. There's a reason that I'm asking.
I did not do Google Docs. Leave me alone. It's another RTF file.
Well, this one's a DocX.
Oh no, it's a doc.
so-
Yeah, I at least put on docs.
We're just going on a tour of different Word file formats. This is great.
I used Notepad last time on my computer. This time I actually used Word doc. Okay. That's right. We have some new shit. Yeah, you guys might want to take a look at it.
I'm trying. Hold
Some
on.
good stuff. I also condensed it down. There's no longer any like adventurer garbage. There's some adventurer garbage, but there's not a whole lot of adventurer garbage now. It's more what you'll need or what you want to look into.
Okay, hold on, because now I have to do math. Okay, hold on. There's so much stuff I want. Stop it.
Maybe I should have sent this earlier. I don't know.
What you've done is you've given her allowance and set her loose in a candy store.
Pretty much.
There's a lot of cool stuff for me. I'm gonna make a list of things for my assistant to gather. But if I see something very interesting to me in this list. If there so happens to be a bobblehead of Alira, I
Yeah.
think that my assistant should bring it to her.
So if you read there in the description, there's bobbleheads, but they're representing 5 distinct orcs who are
Oh.
the current most popular in the tournament. So
No, I don't want
probably
those
not
then.
Alira.
Okay, fine.
How much gold do I even have?
I don't know. I feel like you have
Let me
5.
check. You are half right. I have 10.
Oh, There we go.
For the potion of stealth spell slot, to take
Mhm.
that during combat, is that
A bonus action.
a bonus action?
Yeah, they changed that. I'm pretty sure in 5e rules that like drinking a potion now is a bonus action.
Yes.
Way.
Thank you, Baldur's Gate 3. We love you.
Look, that's not Baldur's Gate fault.
I thought that was like influenced by Baldur's Gate, and that's why they changed the rule. Because
Yeah, it was something along those lines.
it was like so many like new players and new DMs and stuff were like having a headaches with people trying to take potions as bonus actions, and they were like, you know what? Why don't we just make it a bonus action? You don't do much with a bonus action anyway. So
To be fair, like it's a reasonable change.
honestly,
Right.
it's
Like,
very
it's-
helpful, and I think helps narratively a lot.
Like a lot of rule changes in D&D in general should be to facilitate the game.
Yeah, because it's still like if you want to make someone drink a potion, right? That's not a bonus action. To drink a potion yourself is, but if you want, like, if someone's down and you run over to them to feed them a potion, that's still an action.
Yeah.
Mykl,
Hmm.
is Ham afraid of heights?
Oh no! Oh no!
I mean, he's a dwarf used to being in the mountains, mainly inside. I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
Oh God, what is that?
I don't know. Ham drank some funny shit last night. So, I mean, if you want context, check the group chat. But that's how the document looks for me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That should not be how it looks to you.
I'm sorry, what?
I opened it in Notepad and that's how it looks.
Oh no, open it up in Microsoft Word or upload it to Google Docs and you'll be able to.
No, I don't think I've got any
Actually,
of that. I don't
you
have
know
any
what?
money anyways,
what?
so...
You know what? I will hook you up. Give me 5 secs because I'm not going to be doing any shopping either because I'm broke. So
I just
let me,
gambled all of the money, so...
Yeah, let me hook you up.
Anakis, do you have anything that you want to do this morning just while Alira's figuring out her shopping list?
No, I got my stuff on the first day, and then I didn't really get much extra money because somebody took my cut and put it in a betting pool, so...
You had
True.
your chance to stop me.
He had one chance and then he failed. Or she failed.
So I was like, chill in the room until it's time because I'm just like, you know what? I don't need to be dealing with them right now.
So fair. So you do have 2 options. You can go chill in your room, or you can go to the walk-up bar. Walk-up bar is free. You can get free food.
Free food, I like it.
Perfect.
Thank you, Gio. There
Okay.
is one thing that Ham would like to do, and that's to go and get his great axe from the
Yes.
blacksmiths.
Absolutely. So I'll start with Anakis, since you want to go to the walk-up bar. So the bar is inside the Colosseum, is made up of the same black rock that forms the outside of the building, a shiny marble onyx rock with a gold countertop and rich gold built-ins. This bar is located on the 2nd floor of the Colosseum and isn't accessible to the public. It's only accessible to the competitors here. As you look at the tables, you see an older elf with perfect high cheekbones, blonde hair flowing to his shoulders, and bright blue eyes, sat with a bulky dwarf with kind eyes and flowing red hair and beard, alongside a human with simple brunette hair and an easy smile. At another table, you see an emerald-scaled dragonborn speaking with a tall, important orc man fitted with a bright orange suit and gold embossments all over it. When he smiles, you notice the straightest teeth you've ever seen before in an orc. And behind the bar, of course, is the barkeep with deep black hair slicked back in a slimming dress shirt tucked into an equally nice black pants. His name tag reads Rolug, and he looks on with a bored expression.
All right.
So is there
can
anyone you would like to talk to? It's either that. It's like if there's no one that interests you to speak to, you can just return to your room and get the bonus.
Can you describe Rolug again to me?
So Rolug has slicked back like black hair, and he has a slimming dress shirt tucked into really nice black pants.
Okay, and you said he has a name tag?
Yeah, name tag. It says Rolug because he works there.
Oh, okay.
He's super happy about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Rolug. Do I realize he works there? I assume I do.
I mean, that's a you question. Do you recognize people who work places?
I mean, or am I like the old lady at who goes into a grocery store and just thinks every person who's under the age of 40 works there? my intelligence is 17. I probably do.
I feel like you've
Yeah,
clued
but-
in.
No, hold on. That would be a wisdom check because it's common sense, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, well, that's a 15, so.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I feel like you're still clued in.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to Rolug and just like, and I'm gonna ask him, so, hey, have you worked here long?
I've worked here for the last 6 months. What can I get for you?
What would you recommend?
I think we have 3 popular moonshines left to drink. We have some beer on tap. We have some seltzers, I think, behind me in a fridge. Really anything to your taste. Oh, and I guess if you're not of the alcohol type, you can have apple juice. He says it with like a hint of like, yeah, you can have apple juice, I guess.
Do you have a moonshine that wasn't made in a bathtub?
Sir, ma'am.
No, just
I hate-
embrace the fact that he says that in that
I hate
order.
to be the bearer. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
They do, but it's just made in a toilet instead.
Yeah, that's true. When we
This
have
is our
in
special outsourced outhouse
Yeah.
moonshine.
It's made in the public pool.
I guess if you're looking for some of our more commoner moonshine, you can check out our pool shine, which we get from after every tourney. It's from all of the contestants'
Oh
pool
my God.
water in the center.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Some people like it. I think it's spicy.
hate it.
I think it's spicy.
No, hold on, no.
They don't clean the chlorine out of it before they just start dumping the other stuff into it. So you're really just getting whatever is left in there.
If I can take some to go, that would be great, actually. That
Go.
poolshine sounds good.
You want to walk me down pool shine? I can put that in a sippy cup for you.
Absolutely.
You got it. We have no other use for sippy cups in Molochs because our kids grow up with full sets of teeth, so they don't need no sippy cups. This is what we use them for instead.
Hold on, I will
Walk me
explain
down.
this.
What the fuck is going on?
So he gives you a sippy cup pool shine.
Yes.
That wasn't on my bingo card.
No. It does not smell great. I will tell you that. You are immediately like buffeted with like a chemical smell coming out of the sippy cup. It is not great. And it like inside it fizzles. It like fizzes like a pop.
Oh, effervescence.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So I'm gonna take some of that to go, and then I'm gonna ask Rolog. I'm like, so do you have any advice about the tournament? This is the first time we've been here, so.
Oh, newcomers. Well, the tournament's really tough. I never go into it because I like my life a little too much. But I would say, just be really strong. Just like be really strong, you'll do fine. You do a
Solid
couple
advice.
jumping jacks at night. I think might make it. I don't know. You didn't take the apple juice, so you got something to you.
All right. And with that, I'm just gonna leave and go back to the room for now.
All right, have a good one. And he goes back to work and cleans the rest of the sippy cups. So you are welcome to take one of the following bonuses. You can either work out, you can study, or you can rest. And what each of these do, and I'll explain them again as you guys need. If you work out, you add +10 movement. You also get a +3 to acrobatics and athletic checks. If you study, you get a +5 to wisdom saves. You also get advantage against magical attacks.
Plus what to wisdom?
You get a
Plus
+5
5 wisdom and advantage against.
Yep, magical attacks. And if you rest, you get a +15 temporary hit points and +2 to con saves.
So sorry, that was if you rest. Sorry, I missed the rest of it.
Yeah, so if you take a rest instead, you get +15 temporary hit points. You also get a +2 to con saves.
I think I'm gonna rest.
All right, sounds good. So you get plus 15 temporary hit points. plus
Yeah, I'm gonna need those probably, knowing me.
I mean, you're supposed to be squishy. Like, you're not meant to get hit.
Yeah, well, I don't trust that Alira isn't just gonna, electrocute me into the ground again.
Shouldn't have been standing there.
I didn't even electrocute you into the ground. I cast Thunderwave, bestie.
Yeah.
I thunderwaved you away from me, actually.
I
Into the
surrounded by
air.
like 4 orcs twice her size. She wasn't gonna Thunderwave. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
So Dakis is all good before the tournament. Let's go Alira. So you've made your shopping list, I see. You've sent it.
Yes, I also did all the math for you. I'm keeping it kosher. I'm spending only the money that I have.
So that's where you want to send my assistant off to?
Yes, and then when he returns, I want him to summon Matthias to my room.
Okay, perfect. And what would you like to take before the competition? A rest, a workout, or a study?
My hope is that when Matthias comes to my room, we'll study together.
Oh, cute! I love that.
But I do have stuff
A
that like I'm gonna
study
give
day.
him. We're having a conversation, so
Understood.
All right. So he comes back to your room. He's got all the potions and stuff in tow. It's about like midday by the time he returns. I've sent your letter off, ma'am, and I've got all your potions here. Let's see. And then he lists them as he takes them out of the bag. I've bought you 2 health potions. I got you 2 spell slot potions. I got you 1 fly potion, a scroll of haste, and a scroll of invisibility. And, ma'am, I got you a deal too. I got you, and he's so proud, $5 off.
That's amazing. We can keep all the gold that we need. Thank you so much, my assistant. I'll let him keep the 5 gold because I did subtract it. So I'll let him have it.
Thank you so
I
much.
didn't get anything for him.
You watch him immediately bolt out of your room and go to the nearest vending machine. And he buys like 3 O. Henrys with it, like immediately. He's so excited. And then he comes back and he's like chewing on one. So, what else can I do for you?
I need Matthias brought to my room, please, if you could.
All right, I'll go see what he's up to.
Thank you so
sorry,
much, my
I'm sorry, Reezy, you were too Canadian for us. What the fuck is an O?
Oh no! You guys have never had an O. Henry Reese's Pieces or like the Reese's Cups?
We know
Yeah.
Reese's Cups, yeah.
All right, he gets a bunch of
Reese's
Reese's Cups then.
Okay.
Oh, Henry is like, it's a chocolate bar, it has nougat, peanuts, and it's covered in chocolate, basically.
Oh, it's a Snickers. It's a Snickers.
It's essentially a Snickers bar, yeah. We have those
Understood.
too, but they're slightly different. Yeah, the nougat and like an O. Henry is like harder as well.
Oh,
Anyways,
alright.
don't worry about it.
It's okay. He's
you're
just not
Canadian.
Canadian enough.
I know.
No.
I need to. Sometimes I do my references and I don't realize just how ingrained in Canada that I live. Anyways,
It's adorable.
Oh, Canada.
appreciate it. I'm glad I did my makeup. You can't watch my face turn fully red after that. Okay. So, Matthias, what are you up to where he might go and get your attention and bring you to Alira's room?
He's gone out to get Kitty Kibble.
Oh, yes,
and
Kitty
I
Kibble.
think as he's come back, he bumps into my assistant, and my assistant is like, Illyria wants to see you.
Yeah.
I have no idea why, but you probably shouldn't ignore her.
Yeah, Matthias, she is a very busy princess. You're gonna want to go immediately to the meeting spot, which is in her room, probably at 12:15 p.m. That's what I have you slated for. That's what time she wants to meet you at. If you would like to come with me right now, we could still make it. We have 3.5 minutes. And he is like towing you along.
What's a PM?
Okay, good to know. You've never gone through elementary school. Okay. So
I mean, actually, like, there's no point in keeping time in the podunk fishing village that he's come from.
it's
right?
true. It's like, when the sun comes up, that's when you are out on the water, and that's all you need to know, basically, in life.
Exactly.
All right, so before we cut over to the Alira and Matthias meeting, Ham, what would you like to do before the contest?
I would like to go to the blacksmiths
Mhm.
and get my great axe back. Make sure it's all prim and proper. And then I would
Perfect.
like to go get a buff if that's okay.
Yes, I will allow you, honestly, because I made the buffs pretty good. I will allow you guys to get half buffs if you leave and go to town and then come back. So Matthias, because you're
Okay.
still getting like cat food, you're not really picking up anything for like the contest and stuff. So I'll say you still get full buff. But yeah, if you want to go like pick stuff up in shops and stuff, you can still get a half buff coming back. Alira obviously gets a bonus because she's got her assistant. So her assistant doesn't get a bonus, basically.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He got 5 gold in some O. Henry's.
He's so Henry's. He went all the way to Canada to get him. He is
Yeah,
stacked.
it's fine.
So at the blacksmith shop, the forge is no different from any other shop on the street this morning. Tourists entering and exiting as they window shop the blades and hilts of the Reaper. As she mingles with curious adventurers of all kind, a copycat Reaper works alongside her today. She looks more lithe and her muscles less filled out, but she shares the same flaming hair, and a single gold-tipped tooth hangs from her underbite. You recognize it's clearly a relative of hers. So as you walk in, Reaper sees you, goes, Ham! Oh, it's so good to see you. Welcome back. I got your axe. I got your axe ready. Just give me 1 second, sweetheart. I'm gonna go grab it from the back. And then she goes to the back. You hear her like scuffling around with like a few boxes and stuff. Something gets thrown to the ground, and you hear her go, "Oh, dang it!" And then she comes back out. And you see your axe is beautiful now. It is ready. She has etched beautiful polygonal textures into the blade, creating this intricate pattern of stone into the blade, and the hilt is wrapped with a luxurious black leather as well. So as she hands it to you, she comments on it. She goes, I made the hilt. It's made of black oxen leather. It's local cow that only roams the desert round here. And the only farming that honestly we found respectable. If you're after those veggies and those fruits, we don't respect that farming at all around here. Actually, when she mentions vegetables and fruits, she spits on the ground. She's like, we're meat eaters here in my logs and Crosgonks. You better believe that.
Ham just spits on the ground too.
Yeah, at the same time, that's what I thought. I had a good feeling about you, sweetheart.
Haktu.
Oh, no.
No.
Sorry, had to do it.
That was for me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no. Is there anything else you would like to hawk grab out of the store?
Well, I don't have any money. Could I ask the particulars of what that axe now does?
Oh, so it's a +1 great axe, sweetie. So you can add +1 to your attack when you're swinging it. So I think instead of doing, what did the original great axe do? I don't remember. But basically it's a +1 to the attack.
Okay. So it'd be a +4.
So yeah, so your great axe originally did 1d12 +3, so now it does 1d12 +4 instead.
Okay. I'll find one of those in a second. Thank you very much for the axe. It's looking rather sharp, might I add. So are you.
Oh, sweetheart. She fully like blushes. And then the younger little Reaper comes up and she goes, Are you flirting with my mama? Are you getting in with my mama? You know, my father was a piece of shit, so I mean, you look a little bit better than him, although a little bit smaller if you don't mind me saying.
It could be a match made in heaven. Imagine me and your mama get it on. You might have a human sort of brother coming out, you know?
Oh, you're so funny. Mommy, where'd you find this guy? He's so funny. Sweetheart, you better get back to those tourists. They are looking hungry at those daggers. You better get going. And she like shoos her daughter away to go back to work. Okay, sounds good, Mama. So they go about working the store again.
This campaign is cursed.
Yeah, but
sorry.
she fully blushes and she's like, never had someone so kindly come into my shop before. You hit me up again, Ham. You know what's up.
I will do.
Another name to the ham stamp.
Yep. As you exit the store, you feel your shoulder gets roughly pushed past as another dwarf walks by you with a thick silver beard and a mean look on his face. Think you know who this is. It's the Fire Fister himself from Throsh. who
So
you had
as-
unceremoniously like crashed his arm wrestling competition from back at home.
So immediately, without thinking, he's just like sort of pushed into me and kind of like
Yeah, he's like,
walked
as
past?
you're exiting out of the store, he's coming in and he like sees you and purposefully just fully pushes you or whatever as he's walking by really rough.
Okay, so I've just got the axe turned around, being hit. I haven't really fully clocked who it is, but I just want to say something like, yeah, I remember the first time I had a sip of my dad's beer and thought I was hard too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you seem pretty hard when you crashed our tournament and then continued to fail against the lesser arm wrestling contestant. Oh, yeah, big words from such a little dwarf, if you don't mind me saying. Actually, I don't really care if you mind me
Dude, we're the
saying.
same height.
I am half an inch taller, and you can see like the only half an inch taller is like the fact that he has hair. Like that's it. That's the only reason he's taller.
Yeah, well, I don't hide behind a stupid silver grey beard. It makes me look older than what I actually am.
It is well defined for a man my age. It makes me look more. It doesn't matter. And then he's just like so baffled. And then out from the shop, Reaper's daughter, hey, is there something going on out here? Are you guys having a scuffle? And then she's like, what can I do for you, sir? And she looks at the guy with the silver beard and he goes, we're not having anything out here. We're fine. I came in later.
He's
and he
just mad because his penis is half an inch smaller than mine.
And then you hear her mom in the back howl with laughter, and she's just like, yeah, you tell him, sweetie.
Don't give this guy any discounts. In fact, smash his stuff up.
We won't smash his stuff up, but it sounds like he needs to mark up in price. And he like looks at you and he like narrows his eyes and he's like, yeah, I'll get my discount in the competition. And then he...
Sorry. Just, I forgot to ask, what's your name?
Oh.
It doesn't matter what your name is. And then I just walk away.
Oh my god. He's seething with anger as you walk away. And he's just so like... And then she's like, okay, let's get y'all in here and see what we can do for you. As you like walk off. Is there anywhere else you would like to go?
I would just like to kind of just head back.
Perfect. All right. So
Pick
you
up a half buff if that's okay.
Wonderful. Would you like to rest, study, or work out?
I think I would like to rest to get some bonus HP.
Perfect. So I'll give you, instead of 15, you will get +8 temporary hit points and
Okay.
a +1 to your con saves. So that's half of what the buff is.
Absolutely fine.
Alira. Now it's time for you and Matthias's conversation. So, my assistant comes back to your room. He has Matthias in tow. He is still chewing on half of a Reese's cup as he shows back up. Yeah, you guys are good.
Hi, Matthias. Thank you for joining. I know it was a last minute.
I mean, you know, you asked so nicely. Can I just like? And he's holding up this bag of kitty kibble. Can I just go put this back quickly?
Why didn't you put that back when you got to your room?
Oh,
Because
miss,
you
I
wanted to
dragged him
see me.
here to make it for
Oh.
the appointment.
Good job, my assistant. Yeah, you know what? Why don't you hand that to my assistant? He'll bring that back to your room for you.
Perfect.
because
I've
you
got
have a lot
it.
to do.
I know exactly where
Awesome.
your room is. I'll be right back. And then he like takes the kitty litter and runs away. I love cats.
And you hear some hissing coming from Matthias's room.
Oh yeah. Like my assistant comes back, he's fully scratched up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I love cats. I don't really like that cat.
Awesome.
I mean, it looks like she doesn't like you either. So
I could tell. Should I be here for this, ma'am? Or would you like a private conversation?
Well, my assistant, I'd actually appreciate it if you started gathering our books to study.
You're right. Absolutely,
Bring
ma'am.
them
He
up.
starts like
Thank you so much.
puttering around.
So, Matthias, a lot is on the line for me with this tournament. My parents don't exactly want me to be here. They wanted to be here themselves, but I won because I'm the greater wizard, obviously. So,
like
I
I
understand.
know exactly where you come from. Like my dad, like he really didn't want me to be here. He wanted my brother to be here, but he's kind of never around anymore, and I kind of miss him.
Yeah, that's so sad. So, I wish for this tournament obviously to go well, for us to win, and I wish more than anything not to be embarrassed. And I've identified you as the other caster in the group. And so I think that we could work together. I think that you're coming along in your wizardry, but I think that there is some things I can do to help you. So I'm going ahead and give you 1 health pot, 1 spell slot pot, and the scroll of invisibility. And I'm going to hand it to my assistant to hand to him. And then my idea with the scroll of the invisibility, she'll say to you, is that it would probably be advantageous of us to cast that on Anakis. I think that it would be helpful for her as the spy of the group to be able to be invisible. However, you are, of course, able to use the resources I've granted you however you'd like. For me, I'm holding on to a potion of flying and a scroll of haste, hopefully to be able to cast on Ham. I think that those would be very good for him and his ability set. And then for the rest of the session until we go over to fight, until we go over to start a tournament, you're welcome to use any of my books to go ahead and study. I don't know what books you have available where you
I
are
love
from,
books.
but
I mean,
yeah.
there's one, but I don't think that you'll get much use out of it. It's kind of a weird one. It's okay. I don't think my assistant saw it when he took the kibble back. I think we should stick with your books for now. I think they're a lot higher quality. Yeah.
Right. Well, I have access to the Royal Library, and so I'd assume that my books are the highest.
I've never been to the Royal Library, but I did go there on I did go past it on a field trip once, and oh my god, I wanted to go into it so bad.
Yeah, it's very nice. I can imagine that you would want to go in there very bad, actually. I do spend quite a bit of time in there. So you're welcome to use any of my books. Remember that they are of the Royal Library, and so maintain them with care and,
And he's already grabbed one and he's starting, like, he's dog-eared pages where he wants to go back and read them. Because
you can see my assistant is gently like reaching out at the edge of the book and like undog-earing them, basically, like just off to the side.
He's never used a bookmark in his life because, again, who the fuck else is going to be reading in his village?
And then my assistant goes over and then he's like, please, I got a bookmark out from your bag there, miss. I hope it's okay. I saw an extra one. If you would just kindly use
you
that.
Brought Mark as well. Who's this Mark?
Not a bookmark, although I know how you'd be confused. The great alchemical genius bookmark, of course.
I know, right?
This is an
I read so much about him.
But he is also the creator of bookmarking, which is the practice in which you put this little sleeve.
So you grab a pen and you start writing down on the
nope,
and just as you're about to.
That's nope. Yeah, he like grabs your wrist. He's like, nope. That's nope. You put this
Alir is having absolute conniption fits.
Yeah, watching these two just like as
she's just silently screaming in her brain. She's like, oh my God, what have I done?
Fix this, please, my assistant. Fix this. But yeah, so you guys go through your bookmark debacle.
Partway through that debacle, the cat bounds in and just starts like he climbs onto Matthias's shoulder and just starts like gently batting him.
Yeah, he's like batting at my assistant. He does not like my assistant.
No, not batting at my assistant, but also like batting at Matthias. I mean, stop being a fucking moron.
Yeah. And then like just like as he like swats you.
You know how cats are with like they bat you.
They like bat you. Yeah. So he's like he's or I should say she's batting you and stuff and just absolutely like where are you? Like
all right. I'm sorry. Look. I know. We'll go back in a minute.
Is Matthias Sailor Moon?
I love that. So you guys, I take it, study.
He is the one true sailor nerd.
So even with the cat running in and causing havoc during your study session, you guys do manage to get both of your study sessions in. You guys can add a +5 to your wisdom saves, and you guys get advantage against magical attacks for the next contest. So keep track of that because I won't.
Was that advantage?
Yeah, I have
against,
it listed.
advantage against magic.
You got it.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
And with that as well, halfway through your study session, Alira, you get a knock on your door.
Oh, is that my uncle? Oh shit, I forgot I invited my uncle here too. I'll tell my assistant to go open the door.
Hello, welcome to Alira the Princess's quarters. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm imagining like trumpets playing as he does that.
Yeah, he has like on his little speaking stone, he has Spotify queued up, or sorry, I should say like
Spellify.
what was it?
Spellify.
Spellify, like queued up. That's perfect. And then it's playing like do 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 do. Like he's got it queued up. And
I prefer wizard music.
there you go. And then you see Balin, your uncle. So he was the guy at the walk-up bar. He's got the beautiful blonde flowing hair to his shoulders, and he's, in the Polaro colors of purple with like the gold trimmings and everything. And
He recoils as a stench of fish comes out of the room.
correct. He is like, oh, hello. I didn't know we were allowed to bring assistants with us. I was told just the unseen ones were good. Anyway, and then he just like pushes past my assistant, like doesn't even acknowledge him, doesn't acknowledge Matthias, and he just looks at you, Alira, and he's like, so this is who you're hanging out with nowadays. Interesting.
Well, he's a very promising young wizard. I imagine underneath, my wing, he'll be able to, really excel, and obviously, never meet the ranks of, the higher wizards, as he doesn't have access to the royal libraries
Like
I do.
myself, yes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Of course not. I mean, no one could be better than your father or myself. Of course not. Anyways, it's good to see you, darling. I got your message last night. You wanted me to come say hello?
Yes, of course. I wanted to greet my beloved uncle before ahead of the tournament. I wish you lots of luck, and grace, and may magic be on your side. And she'll do like a little curtsy.
Oh, thank you, my darling. I barely need luck as, your grandfather, of course, our king of Polaro. Bless his name, bless the goddess's golden light, of course. He has nothing but confidence in my skills and abilities. Yes, I've also put together the ragtag group. I'm sure they'll be just fine, but my abilities will certainly carry us through the competition, I'm sure.
Right, you could only find such good help in our circumstances.
I feel
I'm
like
sure that we would do.
both of you eye Matthias like simultaneously, like sitting off to the side.
And he looks up.
Yeah,
Hi.
they're just like, yes, you can only do so much. So much.
Right. If they had let us bring, obviously, from the royal court, we would.
Oh, we would have stopped this competition.
Such a larger advantage. They couldn't give us that, and I understand it. I wish it wasn't the case, but I understand it.
I mean, I think it would have been better for our city if they had just let your dad come, but I mean, I guess you'll do.
Well, actually, to determine who came, my dad and I did actually participate in a wizarding competition, and I did win. I did earn my spot here, so.
Oh. Interesting. I guess he probably went easy on you. I mean, we all need that little boost in our life, right? Like that little confidence boost. Not me. You though. You need that.
Well,
confidence boost.
I do spend countless hours studying, and my dad spends countless hours managing the city. So I imagine at some point I would have surmounted his knowledge based purely on the amount of hours that I spend studying my magic.
Some people just have it come to them naturally. Some people need to work on it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
This was so fun. Thank you so much, Uncle. I must return to my studying. And I will see you. And then I have like my assistant like shove him out. I'll see you at the tournament. Thank you so much,
yes,
Uncle.
Of course. Thank you for this. And then he walks out.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
He doesn't even acknowledge you like at all. He just.
Oh no, I'm not expecting it.
Yeah. She turns to Matthias. She's like, "Family, am I right?" She gets back to her book.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. No, that is his response. Yeah, family, right?
So you guys all have your little boons stay at your rooms afterwards and stuff. You guys all get ready for the competition. You guys are studying as hard as you can. And then the other two are sleeping, I guess. And Hackis and Ham both chose to rest. So they took really nice naps. And Hackis just basically slept. Yeah, through like the whole day. So you got like the full boost. And then Ham came back and took a nap before continuing. So for the first challenge, your party gathers at the gate of the stadium. The stone walls that make up the hallway around you reach up to the heavens. One leads back the way you came to your personal quarters of the contestants, while in front of you, stopping you from getting to the center, is a tall, wrought iron gate. The iron is made into large whorls that spin into the form of a dragon. One side is caked in a deep, crispy muck of dirt and blood from previous contestants, while the other sits pristine and foreboding, hungry to take in its new victims. From the echo beyond, you hear the chants of the excited crowds. The announcer booms from overhead. Welcome to Kruzgunk Superpower Competition for Champion Super Squad Contest of Skill and Strength. Why did the DM make it this fucking title? I don't know. She was
Is NASCAR always like this?
Our contestants come from all over the world. Please welcome Alira and her assistants. And joining them is the son of the previous champion, Norjux Maird. The gates open with almost no noise as it slides back into the walls, clearing the way into the heart of the Colosseum. You walk through the old cavernous hallway into a bright, humid arena. It's a little less than two, like IRL, like football fields long. Alternatively, it's like 500 feet across. The crowd sit overhead on 2 tiers of bleachers. They cheer as above you in the center of the stadium. There is large floating holographic screens imbued with a heavy scry spell that shows you from multiple angles of you guys making your way in.
Oh, that's hot.
As you take in your surroundings, before you is 5 platforms, all sitting in vastly separated spots. The platforms are sat in a circle facing way ahead, and in the sky are 3 hoops. You must now decide who gets to stand on which platform. I'm pulling the map up now.
Seeing as we are about to get into something of quite an action-heavy scene, do you think that this is a good time to take a break?
Fair enough. Let's take like a 5-minute here, and we will reconvene in 5 minutes, guys. It's break time. Hey guys, this is Future Reezy here, obviously on a different day, coming to you, thanking you for watching the Twitchfits or listening to it. Don't forget to also follow us on Spotify or YouTube, depending which one you're listening to. I edit them together myself for the YouTube and the Spotify, so follow us on either of those if you want to see the video or if you just want to listen on your way home. Also, shout out to the players. Mykl, you can find him on Twitch as Myklmantis. KT, you can find her on Twitch as TheDataGoblin. Kamino Migite, you can follow him as well on Twitch, and JR under JR Plays Games. We are all Twitch streamers. That's why we're the Twitch Misfits. So thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to check out everyone in their respective platforms. Also, a huge thank you to you for being here and just for listening. Thank you so much.